waking days, nights filled with longer hours. Hey! Nights filled with longer hours.
Hello everyone, this is Seabass from BlackWidowerAirsoft. Today, despite my regrets, we will not be reviewing this delicious half bowl of Frosted Flakes. We will, however, be reviewing one of my favorite guns so far, and that is the SVD Dragunov. Very beautiful gun, people. Picked it up for about $124 off of Airsoft Megastore. Absolutely recommended. One of the best guns I've ever shot. First, I want to discuss what comes with the gun. First off is a 200 round winding magazine, which I really like. Because of its capacity. I mean, I know it's such a small thing, but for what it is, it works really well. The only problem I have with it, and it's not specific with this magazine, but just winding magazines in general, is I feel like I'm winding like every 20 BBs that comes out. Probably less than that. It feels like every 10 I need to rewind this thing about 5 times. But all in all, not bad for it coming stock with the gun. Okay. Next, we will be reviewing the power battery. Very good battery. Don't recommend the wall charger that came with it. I threw it out as soon as I got it. Get a smart charger for this, people. It will save you so much money on batteries. Very good battery. It lasted me about 6 hours in a firefight, which is actually probably about longer than that. I probably got about an hour or 2 hours of continuous fire out of it, which is not bad for a battery like this. Recommend it. Use it. No need to buy something aftermarket for it. The next thing is the first adjusting wrench, which is used for adjusting the sight. As you can see, there is a crevice in here, and as you may or may not, can't see because that's a horrible angle, there is a little notch in the sight, as you can see, and this wrench fits on top of it, and it turns to adjust the sight if you need to, which you really don't because it comes pretty much already set. Excuse me. Another adjusting wrench right here, which is used for assembling and disassembling the gun, which you're really not going to need to. You're not going to need a lot of aftermarket on this gun. I was actually relatively surprised for $125. So yeah, that's what that is. And last and certainly least is the sling. This sling is terrible. I'm not gonna lie. I could tie tissue paper that could work better than this thing. It's incredibly small and incredibly awkward to use during a firefight. This thing does not like to hold on, so I wouldn't trust this thing to hold up an egg. Definitely something that you need to buy aftermarket. I ended up using this thing as a holster for to hold the holster for my Walther P99, which is in my other review. Definitely get a nice, sturdy tactical sling like this for about like $10-15. Definitely worth it. Much stronger. Much more worth it. Move on to the gun itself. I am going to start with the butt of the gun. The butt of this gun is ABS plastic, except for the butt plate, the bar that supports the strap, and the bottom plate of the pistol grip is also metal. This stock you might want to buy aftermarket, but to my surprise, it actually holds up really well. You have to clamp the two sides of the stock together and fit it over the pistol grip of the gun. When you get the gun, the wires are exposed, so Just be careful not to cut them off. Like, put some electrical tape around them. Somewhat sturdy. Just don't go banging it around too hard, because it will break. Next thing we're going to talk about is the open receiver, which has a little button right there, which all you need to do is push in and pull up on it to get a view of where the battery should go. Nice connector switch. Just kind of like any other battery, just fits in and you're good to go. What I did notice about the upper receiver is it can at times be a pain to put back on. Just put it on in the reverse way you took it off, just bring it down. And it's hard to do with one hand, but you really need to... Crap, let's pick this up. It can be a little tough at times to put back on. But it is very sturdy. There we go. Next thing we're going to move on to is the safety switch. Very good safety switch. Something I did notice is that screw right there can have a habit of coming off, and the safety can then become very loose. I mean, like, it couldn't stay up, it'd fall and go literally all the way around the gun. So up is safety, can't move the trigger. Down one is fully automatic, which I find is really interesting for a Dragunov sniper rifle, and a semi-automatic. What I love about this gun's fully automatic is it is very reliable. You can get a lot of shots out with this on fully automatic. I figured since it was going to be a sniper rifle and it had fully automatic, I thought it was going to be a little slow, and that was not the case at all. It was very reliable, and I just love the full auto on this. Next up is the bolt receiver. Slides back and forth, very nice. And it also exposes the hop up, which is really just a lever. That small switch right there is the hop up. You just push it to adjust the hop up. Closer to the barrel of the gun is less hop up, and closer towards the stock is more. And next thing we'll touch upon is the safety, the catch release for the magazine. Now the magazine, it goes in at an angle and then pulls up for a nice, very satisfying click, which is really nice because that, you know, is really locked in there good. To remove it, all you have to do is push this lever forward, pull the magazine forward, and then down. Very simple, very effective, very good in combat. Next thing I want to talk about is this part of the gun. And what I found about this is it can be somewhat loose. It can kind of, you might be able to see that, you might not, but tendency to wiggle a little bit. Doesn't really detract from the gun in any way, shape, or form, but just something to be aware of, people. Whether you really want to nitpick over that is your choice. I personally don't find any fault with it. Next is, I apologize for this screw right here on the bipod. My friend is broke the gun, and I just want to make sure that you're aware that this bipod will break if you absolutely murder it, which my friend did. Okay, so how this works is, all you have to do is close it up like that, bring it in, and close it. And then there is a catch hook right there, which you just pull over on that. It's going to be kind of tough at sometimes to get it connected. Once again, very solid click, you know it's sturdy. And all you have to do is pull up on it to expose, to open the bipod. Bipod is actually surprisingly sturdy for coming with the gun. I was surprised with it. like I said, and it can break and it does wobble a decent deal. But once you get it steady, it's alright. And then you have the standard flash hider, which can be removed and replaced if you're so willing. This gun shoots at about 410 feet per second out of the box. It is a very reliable gun. Very long gun, so you're aware. This gun is about 4 foot long and very sturdy, very reliable. I haven't had a single jam with it once, and I've played many games with this gun. Dragunov, SVD Dragunov is a very good purchase. I highly recommend it as a sniper rifle. And one thing that I want to say, the iron sights are kind of pathetic. You might want to get an aftermarket rail for this and a scope, which will be really reliable for a gun like this. I was actually surprised when I put my scope on it how well it actually worked. This is a very good buy, people. Do not ignore this gun. It will rip you up as a good support weapon. A very good support weapon. Obviously nothing CQB because it's a sniper rifle. Very good buy, and from BlackWidowerAirsoft, goodbye.